So, hello, yes, I'm Dietmar. I work at Bloomberg as John does. I'm not advertising books, but we are hiring. So, code on slides, right? Everybody puts code on slides, I love it. And I thought, actually, you should really run the code. So, basically, you should do live coding. I want to advertise something more. Each week I do a mob programming session where I program together with a bunch of people something standard library like. I think it's very enjoyable, and it's actually teaching a lot of things about all kind of corner cases. And most of the time I type these things live in these sessions, which are shouted out, so it should be prepared for live coding. But then in live coding, if it gets complicated, you make a typo. Like, let's say you replace a const by that in code I showed today, you get an error message. Here it is. Well, actually, this is just a part of the error message. Right, you can read that in the back. Well, don't try, because this is only page 1 of 9. So that scared me. I decided not to do that. Instead, I had the idea, all right, what if I make each change a change commit? And then I just reload things and actually things happen. This is what I did. I hope it was a reasonable experience for everybody, but I set up alias macro to basically kind of switch through rather than doing some checkout-y things and stuff. I'm not good at that, so if you look at the repo, you will see it's actually just hacked, but it does work. One of the things which I experienced doing that is kind of, I put the slides in first, and then I detected an error relatively early, and I basically found, oh shoot, I need to do it again. So it was easier in the end to say, I actually set up a set of files which are all sit there, but I don't want to rename my makefile and do things, but rather there's a files and the script puts them together into the commit sequence, and then I do the commit sequence, because it's nice and easy for the tool. So this is a recommendation if you do something like that. I had the problem of not making minimal changes, because that would change all the time, and every time I change, I also compiled and wanted to get things to compile so that I could just run it rather than typing compile as well. Unfortunately, that made some of the changes a little bit bigger, and then also I didn't quite remember which change is coming next, so sometimes I actually got lost in my changes, what happened. I don't know how to solve that. This may be a nice tooling problem for something like VS Code to say maybe it can highlight the git show or something like that. That would be pretty cool. I have to admit entirely that I ran through the changes, and if I had typed it, I would have slowed down a lot, and it would have probably been better for the consumption. So there's something to keep in mind. Other than that, personally, I like it when people show code if they run it as well, but I hate it if that is fun fumbling about and doing things going back and forth. So maybe something like that would be a cool thing. And I still have a few seconds left, but I give them back to Pete so he can one extra joke or something.